Hello everybody, today we're going to take a look at this Clipsal power board here, which of course is homemade. Now you might remember that I've been building my own power boards, technically by buying surface mount blocks and putting Clipsal power points on it with their multi-gang surrounds. Okay, but this one here is a special one, okay, alright. It's a special one because this one has a timer down here, so it's got a little timer switch down there. What that timer does is it controls these power points, okay? Well, some power boards do come with timers attached to them. Okay, so this is a Clipsal TC32. You might, of course, it's the timer switch, okay, made by Clipsal. Okay, so the way I did this is basically the same way as any other power board. I took some surface mount blocks, put them on a piece of wood, okay, which is a piece of plywood here, which is, of course, this part here. And you might notice that it's actually painted. I actually do paint these now. I have painted all of them, okay. I paint them now because it looks more nice now, okay, than compared to just leaving it as bare wood, okay. And of course we have 3 Clipsal 2025H power points with a Clipsal 2000 V3 surround, okay, and that makes it look like one piece, okay. As you can see right here, it looks just like one piece, okay. All right, so so this power board here has a timer on it, so when you can set the timer to whenever you want the it to turn on or whenever you want it to turn off. And it does also have this is also can be used as a master switch as well, okay. So so if this switch here is off, then all these power points become inoperable, okay. When it's on, you can use them, okay. And this switch here controls whether you want it to be on the timer or not on the timer. So when it's set to man, which is manual, the power points will remain on all the time, okay, until they remain on all the time, and the only way to turn them off is to either flick these switch mechs or turn it off from the master switch. But when you set it to auto, it will work on the clock, okay. So when the clock goes past the green, of course, it'll turn on. When it goes past red, it will turn off, okay. So so that's how it do. It does also have this protective cover on here to protect the clock from getting from dust and any other things that might land on it. Okay, I'll just see if I can get this screw undone. It's a flathead screw. Okay, normally I can just undo it with my fingers because I usually don't tighten it. Sometimes I've actually got to use a tool or a screwdriver to get it undone. Okay, you can leave that screw undone if you want. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, so I'll just take this cover off. Alright, okay, so that comes off, and now you can set the clock. It's a 24-hour timer, of course. Okay, Clipsal did have a 7-day one and a 1-hour one, but I don't think they make them anymore. Okay, a lot of people just prefer a 24-hour one. Okay, 24-hour is just what we use nowadays. Now this is an analog timer, but I don't know if they have any electronic ones. Okay, so so right now this is just set to turn on at 6:30 p.m. and turn off at 11 p.m. So when it goes past this green marker here, you'll hear it click. So it just clicked on. So now these power points are now usable. Okay, but when it goes past the red one, yep, you just heard it click again. So now the power is now off. Okay, so these power points will not work now. Okay. But if I set this to manual, it bypasses this, okay, and they'll remain on all the time, even if this goes past the green or red. But if I switch this off, that's the master switch, so this will be off all the time now, unless I turn that to on. Alright, so pretty simple, okay. Of course, we have a simple Clipsal side entry plug top, okay, nothing too interesting. This is a 10 amp, by the way. It's all 10 amp, but this timer you can use on 15 amp as well. Okay, so not a problem because it is rated for 15 amp use, so you can use it on 15 amp, but we're just using it on 10 amp, okay? Alright, so this timer you can use on both 10 amp or 15 amp, okay? Now, you might remember in an earlier video I showed you the Clipsal TC15, which is a power point with a timer on it. Apparently you can only get that in a single, so if you want a double or more, you'll actually have to buy this timer here and you put a standard power point next to it. Okay, so you want it That's the only way you can get it in a double or more. Okay. So, and of course this clock can only turn clockwise. Of course you can't go anti-clockwise. As you can see, it won't go the other way. It only goes clockwise. Okay, you can see I'm turning it clockwise, but it won't go backwards. As you can see, it's not going to go backwards. It'll only go one way. Okay, and that's clockwise. Okay, so there. Okay, and of course it is 24-hour time. Okay, for those of you who you should know what that 13 on here would be 1 p.m. Okay, and the 24 of course would be 12 a.m. or midnight. Okay, so you just set that to the right time. Okay, and these markers, these do come out, so you can simply pull them out and adjust the time. Okay, and they do include some extras there, so if you want to have it set to come on multiple times, you can do that. Okay, but that is a very good good timer made by Clipsal. Okay, and it's made, and it is Australian made as well, so it's a very good quality product. Okay, so that is my Clipsal 2025 power board with a timer. So I hope you enjoyed, and that'll be it.